They are not scary or spooky people. They are normal, presentable folks who enjoy the thrill of the unknown. The Iowa Paranormal Advanced Research Team ranges from believers in the paranormal to those who have their doubts, to those who have little to no belief in the paranormal and are utter skeptics at heart.
I love to know the unknown. I'm a big fan of alternative science and alternative views. I like to go against mainstream science because mainstream science can't always give you the correct answers.
I'm a hardcore skeptic. Other than audio, I haven't really seen or experienced anything, so I'm really waiting for that to happen.
IPART has investigated over 200 supernatural cases and have seen their fair share of strange things.
The Iowa Ghost Center was kind of founded about 10 years ago by Joe Lito through some paranormal experiences he had at his own house. And he wanted some answers, and so he took it upon himself to find some answers, and he determined that he had some potential paranormal activity going on in his house. Several years went by while he was kind of researching this on his own, and just a matter of maybe, I think it was 5 years ago, the Iowa Ghost Center was kind of born, and then we've been on board for a couple of years now as investigators.
You hear heavy footsteps in the upstairs hallway when you know no one is up there. Doors slam unaccountably. Commonly used items disappear and reappear without cause. The kitchen light turns on by itself. There's an unmistakable scent of a strange perfume in the air. The team will receive a phone call. The client is usually scared or confused.
First thing I always hear, 9 times out of 10 from the client, is you're going to think I'm crazy. And the first thing I tell them is, no, you're not crazy.
After interviewing the client, IPART sets up their equipment throughout the house. A couple hours are spent sitting in the dark in dead silence, and the rest of the investigation is spent sweeping the house for the paranormal.
On good investigations, we'll hear some big old bumps and bangs and maybe a voice. We've heard mumblings that we can't explain. We've heard noises we can't explain. We've heard tappings like that we can't explain.
They bring an extensive amount of equipment to their investigations. It ranges from digital cameras to equipment that can hear noises not evident to the human ear.
3, 2, 1, test, test, test. Extremely sensitive microphone. We use this to record for EVPs. This will pick up sub-audible hearing, stuff that we can't hear with our ears. I mean, right in the middle of our conversations, we'll get these weird voices or sounds or something like that. Some of them might be interactive.
The team spends 8 to 12 hours on each investigation. For every 12 hours of audio or video, it takes 24 hours to analyze it. Each investigator then puts their findings on a super secret website, only available to DIPART members. They gather any evidence and let the client know exactly what they found.
I had a suspicion that maybe there was something attached to something that might have come from Europe or something like that. So as an experiment, I was doing some control words, saying phrases, and kind of a really terrible English accent.
It was bad.
It is bad. It is bad. But my phrase was, let's go have a spot of tea.
It was worse than that.
I mean, yeah, it's a lot worse than that. I won't even attempt it. And as soon as I got done, this whole wall of glass shelves just started violently shaking.
And this was at 4 o'clock, 3 or 4 o'clock in the
3 or
morning.
4 o'clock in the morning, there's no traffic anywhere in town.
No train, no plane.
No train, no plane, no cars, no nothing. And it's also, it's like, whoa, what's that about?
Before they say a house is haunted, the team will usually try to debunk any paranormal activity.
We was trying to explain what the clients and one of our guest investigators saw. They thought they saw an orb or a mass or a shadow of some kind that they couldn't explain. So, okay, let's get out there and drive around in our car. Headlights coming in the windows and everything like that. And I think we reasonably explained away that's what it was.
Yeah, it was just the way the headlights bounced through a crack in the window. Because it was actually Brett and I sitting at the monitor, and this just brown mass just filled up the monitor. And it was just when a car would drive down the street, it would reflect off a mirror on the car, and it would come through a crack, and we completely recreated it.
Although this is a hobby, DIPART puts full-time effort into helping their clients.
You just don't know. You just don't know.
Now, you want the story behind that one?